Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Special Needs on the Table, with your host, Alyssa Apostolopolous.
And me, Yomi Karade. We have a wonderful guest on our show today. We're so happy to have him. His name is Hurley Alderman, and he is creator of Hurley's Heroes. Hi, Hurley. Good morning.
Hi, how are you guys? How are you?
Very good, thank you. And you?
Good, very good. Keeping busy, but very, very good.
Awesome. So let's have us starting out by asking you about your journey to creating Hurley's Heroes.
Wow, that's a process. I'm going to do the short version of it, I guess. I started in actually 2017. My occupation was a truck driver. I was an over-the-road CDL truck driver. In November of 2017, I suffered 2 strokes back to back in November. At that point, I was trying to recover, and I was in the hospital trying to figure out what I was going to do for the rest of my life because, you know, I knew it wasn't going to be truck driving anymore after that. I found a group in South Jersey that had young adults who had special needs, and they were looking for volunteers. I reached out to them while actually in the hospital recovering. And once I got out and was able to get back on my feet a little bit and drive and whatnot, I went over and met this group. It was a group of about 20 young adults with special needs, ranging from Down syndrome to autism to Fragile X to dystonia. I mean, it was a wide variety. They were great. They ranged from age 18 all the way up to about 50, 52 years old was in this group. They'd established 10 years prior to my arrival. I went in there with open arms and an open mind, and they loved me. I fell in love with them and they fell in love with me. I stuck around. I was with them for 3 years. Then COVID happened, and everybody went to Zoom and things were just the world. We didn't know what was going on. After it kind of opened back up again, I started Hurley's Heroes because I reached out and went on actually care.com as a one-on-one. Parents were hitting me up right and left. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? You know, I have so many clients that want my help. I need to start something. And that's how I began Hurley's Heroes in 2021, actually.
Amazing. Really is amazing. So what is your mission? What is
my
your
mission?
Hurley's? Yeah. And where are you? Where are you located as well? Let's get that out of the way.
In South Jersey. So most of my clients are in the South Jersey area. So you're talking Marlton, Cherry Hill, all the way down to Turnersville, Washington Township. So mainly South Jersey. As far as my mission statement goes, it's pretty much that everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves the right to be equal. And that's all I ask for is myself being a 40-year-old male who did not come from college and having these expertise, but came into this with tattoos and could be judged at any moment. But these kids or adults did not want to be judged as well. So why should they judge me? And we were able to make a bond. And that's really how I got into this. And that's really pretty much what it's all about for me.
It's wonderful.
Really great story. I mean, just the fact that you came from, you're having 2 strokes to now giving back and doing so much for the community. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it. The fact that my life was spared, at least at that point in 2017, with 2 strokes back to back, one actually while working. I couldn't imagine not giving back to this world, and that's how I found them.
That's great, honestly, because it's hard just to have 1 stroke, but 2. I mean, that's tough. But everything's okay. You're okay now. Everything's good.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing that happened was I was at my actual place volunteering, and in 2019, my kidneys failed. I had to go. Yeah, it's not over. The story's not over. My kidneys failed while volunteering, and they were all very supportive. I actually went on dialysis, and I was on dialysis for 1.5 years, and I'm coming up on my 1 year. Oh, I'm getting choked up. My 1 year anniversary of my transplant. I got a transplant of a kidney and a pancreas, July 31st of 2021.
Wow. So you are the hero then.
You are.
I don't like to classify myself as the hero, but these guys are my heroes. People that saved my life are my hero. My organ donor is my hero.
Yeah. I mean, you're still fighting as well. It's just amazing. You're fighting through.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alyssa.
you certainly understand the adversity, and, you know, the people who you're working with now who have special needs, you know, they might not resemble you in the same way, right? But that you can understand the adversity that they've been going through and connect with them on a deeper level, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Really good. So can I ask you, what special events have you hosted recently, and how are they funded?
Yes. So actually, I started doing events with Hurley's Heroes back in probably October, was the first holiday season that rolled around. We did actually a Halloween party at a local mini golf place called Monster Mini Golf. You know, Halloween monsters kind of fit. So it's an actual, I don't know if they're all over New Jersey. I do know they're in other states, but there's one here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We rented the party room out and we had party helpers. The kids had cake, cupcakes, pizza was ordered. And then they got to go out and do some mini golf, and they were all dressed up in their costumes. So they were all in their Halloween costumes. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I had a friend who is actually a tattoo artist who came in and did temporary tattoos on the kids and stuff like that. It was great. It was great. As far as the funding goes, I've done some GoFundMes. As far as that goes, with having people pretty much just donate out of their kindness of their heart to have these programs like mine be able to function and run and be able to give the activities to these kids that they might not get an opportunity to have.
Wow, I love that.
Same here. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's good that the community also can actually give back as well as you give naturally.
Right.
Wonderful.
The other event that we had was actually a Christmas party. We had a Christmas frozen yogurt place offered their facility for us to come in and host a Christmas party. So the kids got to have snacks, they got to make their own ice cream, put toppings on it, stuff like that. That was also funded by a GoFundMe. I had Santa arrived to greet the kids and give them presents under the tree. And I myself dressed up like Buddy the Elf. I was Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, it is no question that you certainly resemble a hero, right? I think that you have taken on a big role to help so many, but what would you say a hero is?
I mean, in my aspect of it, a hero is someone that gives back. A hero is someone that, you know, might not be, you know, even known he was a hero. He's the person that, you know, doesn't look to get you know, praised or anything like that. He's someone that comes up from the bottom, from the ground up, and makes something of himself. And I know a lot of my clients, they've started somewhere, and now where I see them now, it's unbelievable how far they've come.
Now, do you see your clients as heroes in a way because you call it Hurley's Heroes?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why the name kind of stuck when I saw it. These clients of mine are definitely my heroes. I watch them overcome things every day. Every week I see them, there's a new glimmer in their eye, a new activity that they might not have mastered yet, and yet we're doing it the next week or the next month. So yeah, absolutely.
This is great. I mean, so just talking about your clients, so do you mentor them, and what kind of things do you mentor them on, and how do people find you so that they can actually request this mentorship?
Right. As far as mentorship goes, yeah, I guess you'd consider it that. I have the older clients that we actually do life skills. So we actually go out into the community. With all my clients, we go in the community, but with the older ones, we go to the grocery store. We, you know, have a grocery list that maybe mom or dad had given us, and we pick out the items that they want. Then they also pick out their own items that they would want for their lunch that week or their snack. We go through the whole store. I help them use their debit card, and then we bag up the groceries. Now that there's no bags in New Jersey, but we bring our own bags and have them back there, and then we take them to the car and put them where they need to be when we get back to the house. So yeah, there's a lot of those things that we work on. With the little guys, you know, it's taking a step at a time, but you know, it's getting them to be not afraid of things, trying new things, you know, going to an aquarium, going to just anything that they might have been timid about, but I'm able to show them that, you know, I'm there for them and I'm going to be there with them all the way.
Excellent. Do you actually work with like the Division of Disabilities as well?
No, I don't believe so. Maybe I don't know that question specifically, but
okay.
Now, from your experiences, did you learn the skills to be able to teach life skills from your volunteering?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. As far as the life skills go, yeah, volunteering for 3 years at that program allowed me to see certain things that these clients needed to work on or could work on. And then I took it to my own and replicated it with Hurley's Heroes. Not only have I worked with special needs, but because of Hurley's Heroes and what I've done, I have parents reaching out to me as a life coach for some. So some might not even be special needs. It might just be a 29-year-old man who's down on his luck and having a bad day or getting into some things that he shouldn't be getting into. And the parents are finding me and wanting me to basically be a mentor for them as well.
Wonderful. And what makes your community outings unique?
I think because I'm funny, I have a lot of charisma. I keep it lighthearted. We're always joking, we're always laughing, and it's something that I pride myself in. That I'm not your typical therapist. I'm kind of out of the box. And I think the kids can relate to me more that way because I'm not a strict formal person. I let them be themselves. I don't, for them to open and study. We're there to have fun. We're there to enjoy each other's company each and every time.
That is so important because, so many of us have gone through the educational route and been taught how to do things a certain way. And you just come there just being yourself. And they're like, yes, I've actually found somebody who's him. And, they don't bring all these titles with them. I think that's just very unique. It's a very unique thing to have. By the way, just give yourself a little plug here with your Facebook page.
Yes, I did. So Hurley's Heroes does have a Facebook page. You can find it on Facebook. I do not have an Instagram yet, but I'm working on that. My logo, actually, when you look up Hurley's Heroes, I believe there's one out there already, but the link that I gave you guys that you can have, that's the actual one. But the logo for Hurley's Heroes for the icon is actually this symbol right here. So that's Hurley's Heroes right there. And that's actually our decals. We also have Hurley's Heroes rubber bracelets. So a lot of my guys, a lot of people that are supportive of Hurley's Heroes, they grab one of those when they see me out in the public, or I keep them in my truck. I drive a big truck. People ask me all the time, what's Hurley's Heroes? I'm like, well, here it is. So
that's great. That's great. You have so many great things. I mean, obviously, everything there's good things and there's some things that are more challenging. Can you describe some of the challenging things that you faced with doing Hurley's Heroes and how you have worked to overcome them?
Yes. So as far as challenges go, when I started with a young client, he was 12 years old at the time, and he was actually he was probably the first Hurley's Heroes and made me want to start Hurley's Heroes because his father reached out to me and said, my little guy, he's nonverbal, he's very timid, and I want to try a different approach. I want to try you, and I went over there. We started out slow. I would only go over for about an hour at his house. He would kind of keep close to mom and dad, wouldn't really, let me get too close. Funny enough, he loved my tattoos. He would touch my tattoos and love them and point at them and stuff. So actually the following week, I went back and brought him a fake tattoo sleeve that he could roll up his arm and show, his parents or his friends that he had a whole tattoo sleeve on his arm, just like Hurley did.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. What a way to connect.
Wow.
Yeah. So a year later, we went to the Philadelphia Zoo for Autism Day. I took a couple of clients and he was one of them. He went back to school after spring break and he told his teachers that his most favorite thing on spring break was going to the zoo with Hurley. And that broke my heart.
It's giving me chills.
Yeah.
Wow, that gave me chills, just went through me in a good way.
Yeah, me too. When his dad sent me that text over from his teacher and I saw it, that's what makes me want to do what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that. And even before you had said that the clients that you work with, you're a little bit different with them because you're just you're yourself, you're silly and funny. And it made me think that anybody connect with somebody who's themselves, that they're authentic and that there are no airs to it, right? That you're not coming with that intense therapeutic model, that you're going to just be real with them. and
Mhm.
be real with that person, that person that you were with, the 12-year-old. He just loved your tattoos. You were just being yourself, right? And he
Yeah,
connected with
absolutely.
that. I love that. So it also that, I mean, I'm going to be honest, that kind of sounds like one of your greatest accomplishments too, because I was going to
Yeah,
kind of get into that, but I mean, that one kind of goes up there, doesn't it?
it does. It does. It's definitely one for the books. And I know at Christmas time, a lot of my clients give me Christmas cards, or their parents did. And that client specifically,
Oh, we can't hear you. Turn your volume. Yeah, there you go.
I just told it. Do you want to do that question again, or you'll edit it
No,
through?
go for it.
Sorry.
Just
Tell
go
us
for
your
it.
greatest
This is
accomplishment.
it's
Yeah.
not, this is it.
Okay. So at Christmas time, I did get a Christmas card from that family, the 12-year-old nonverbal autistic boy. And his father in the card wrote, whew, basically he wrote, "Thank you for giving my son back." As far as to relate to him and be able to talk to him, and I couldn't even read it.
I mean, your passion, your dedication, it's just so apparent. You love what you do, and I'm maybe just taking a leap and assuming that you didn't have the same passion with the truck driving prior to this, and that maybe things are meant to happen, right? That
Yeah,
every now and then there are
definitely.
moments that you're like, wow, could I imagine my life without this, or having not
Yeah.
gone down this pathway?
Yeah, it was a complete 180. I mean, obviously, if you heard the stories of a typical truck driver, that was me. It was the cigarette smoking, it was the drinking, it was the foul mouth, whatever you call it, and I had all of that as a typical truck driver, but somehow this 180 pulled my life around to where I no longer do any of that. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I do not use language around these kids. I'm a completely different person, especially after my transplant. I have more empathy than ever for everybody.
Mm. Wow. What else can I say? It's so beautiful. Okay. Whew. Go into the next question. I don't know what else to say because this is great.
Sorry. Oh,
Wow. What can people who have special needs expect when having you as a mentor? I mean, you've said so many beautiful things. I'm just like,
yeah. I know it's kind of repetitive, I guess, with the answer goes, but I'm not there, every week to tell them what they're doing wrong, or to make them focus on, you got to do this, you got to do this. And, I'm not by the books. And when we're together, I give them the option, what activity do you want to do today? And they'll be like, I'm going to go bowling, I want to go mini golf, whatever it is. That's what we do. I mean, it's all about them. Yes, we do work on skills and some things, and that you need to work on, and taking turns and sharing some things and whatnot when I have group clients together. But it's just, it's their time. It's not my time.
I
Fantastic.
mean, I'm just like, I can't even say what I'm trying to say, but it's just like, this is so refreshing. It's so needed. It's so natural. It's just exactly what should be happening out in the world. And you're doing that, and you can see how authentic and clear it is. It's like there's just clear. It's just a clear path. And it's more and more. I hope anybody's listening from, like I say, from DDD, from schools who are listening to this, so that they can get this side of the picture. So maybe a new opening, how they can connect to people with special needs and disabilities. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I know that I've been typed this phrase, I guess, before, or labeled this. They call me a unicorn, just for the issue of being a male in this industry, because more often than not, you don't see it. You do see a lot of females. Obviously, a lot of people that I get in touch with and network with are females. So I do find a lot of organizations that want to reach out to me and like, hey, can you help us with this? Hey, can you help us with that? I had one organization last November that reached out to me and wanted me to do Owls for Autism. I took 50 kids into the Lincoln Financial Field Eagles tunnel to watch the Temple Owls play the Navy team and then take them onto the field. It was the most amazing experience I've ever felt and ever saw.
Wow.
I love it. And how many clients do you currently, have with Hurley's Heroes? Are you looking for more? Can you tell us about what else you're going to be up to with them?
Yeah. So right now I'm probably about 7 or 8. Some I do see a couple times a week. Others I might see one. I do see the young man that I've been talking about most recently, the 12-year-old. I see him on the weekends. During the week he's in school and whatnot. So dad, from the get-go, when we started over a year ago with him, he said, "Are you available on Saturdays and Sundays?" Now, most people are like, I don't want to work weekends, but you know what? I don't care. If he needs me on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, I'm there. It doesn't matter. So I work my schedule and work my plans around my clients, not what I have planned.
Great.
I mean, this is wonderful. Is there anything else that we need to know apart from how fabulous and things that you're doing? Is there anything? Is there anything? And you're still like a walking miracle. Is there anything else that we need to know?
So I do have coming up at the end of July, Hurley's Heroes is actually having a carnival. We actually did a benefit to raise money for that. I had Hurley's Heroes Hoedown, which was actually a venue, gave me the venue for free. It was an old feed mill in Medford, New Jersey, that's turned into a dance studio or a venue, basically. He opened his arms to me. I brought girls from a line country dance place called Prospectors in South Jersey here. They came over, they taught lessons, people came in and learned, had food, had fun, and all that money went straight to the activity, the carnival that we're actually hosting at the end of July. So I'm pretty psyched about that. We have games, we have prizes. The most excitement I have for that is 2 surprises that I have coming. One is who would be the best supervillain to arrive at a Hurley's Heroes carnival, but the Joker, Batman's enemy, he is a Comic-Con actor that is coming from North Jersey to disrupt the carnival for me. So he's going to come down, take pictures with the guys and everything like that. And surprisingly enough, he could relate to this. He has a son with special needs, and he is actually bringing his son with him.
Oh, that's very nice. So when is this event? In July? Let's plug it.
July 23rd. We're going to have it at actually a Park and Rec building in Maple Shade, New Jersey. So obviously the Joker needs to be taken away because he can't stay at this party. I reached out to the Cinnaminson Police Department because I had actually seen this vehicle before at an autism event at Easter.
No way.
They are bringing their superhero truck to my carnival to take the Joker out. This truck that they have is airbrushed on one side by Marvel superheroes and on the other side with DC superheroes. On the truck, it's all airbrushed. It's beautiful. On the truck, ghost lettering is their fallen officers and their years of service. It's amazing.
Wow.
You are just such an inspiration. I mean, and you're right. The fact that you're a strong male presence in this field, I mean, that alone is just incredible, right? And the fact that you're doing so much, you're giving back to so many people. And I mean, after this podcast, there's no way you're not going to end up finding more people that need to be a part of Hurley's Heroes, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do. I really am humble about everything that I've been given in life, the second chances I've been given. I don't know. I didn't expect to be here today. That's for sure. At 40 years old, I didn't expect here to be here.
Well, we're really happy you are here. And we're so happy that you spent the time with us to share all of these incredible things that you're working on. And we wish you nothing but success, and your clients nothing but success. I mean, you're a very special person. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely everything that Alyssa said, I 100% agree with her. It's just been an honor to have you on the show. We can feel the passion. I mean, literally, I'm getting goosebumps all over my body, just like crawling through me right now. And it just shows that you are just 100% genuine. And you are just like, I mean, powerful to go through everything that you've been through, being able to connect everyone with people with special needs on a higher level, not just looking at them for what they physically are, but actually going inside and seeing who they are. I mean, It takes a different skill. You can't learn this. You can't learn that. You either have it or you don't, and you have it. And we're so happy that you're here. And thank you for everything. Everybody check out Hurley Hurley's with us today. He's been amazing. He's absolutely just like a diamond. We need to find like 10 more of you. This is amazing. We have to dig real hard.
I've been asked by parents if I could be cloned. I have been asked that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try and work out something. We're gonna clone you somehow, do something.
Oh, thank you.
So check this out on YouTube. Hurley's here, Hurley Heroes, and check out Special Needs on the Table on YouTube and on Instagram. We have had such a wonderful time. This is wonderful. I don't know, these interviews get better.
They get better and better each time. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Hurley. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.